did you notice what I did? I fucked up the ticker. I used the same one that I used from the Fulci Gates of Hell trilogy, and I forgot to change the back part of it. So now it says we're watching Demons and Demons 2 Doubleheader Part 1. Lamberto Bava's Demons, with Ginja,
Yeah.
Ginja Ninja.jk, WatchAlong commentary discussion. I watch this.
Gates of Hell.
And then it says, join me as I finish Fulci's.
Oh, well.
I'll do for a break after this one. People think I have no clue what the hell I'm talking about here. Let me just show up. For the first time ever, I will have no ticker. There we go. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody in here, see what we got going. Come on, you. Hey, Sean, how you doing, man? Do you know what's going on? Yeah, just ignore that ticker that was going across there because I had Fulci and Argento and Lamberto, Bava, and everybody else working together.
Now that would be a movie. That would be a movie. Get those three together.
I've seen this on the Exorcist Reviews channel today. I just joined his channel today, and he has this thing where it's kind of like a what if section, and he has a what if Lucio Fulci. Check out the chance. What if Lucio Fulci had made The Exorcist, and he has the intro, and it has the Italian music, has like the Italian music way of playing the Exorcist theme, and as you just got to see it. It lasts like a minute or two. It's all.
Yeah. Nice.
Consider demons a zombie? No. To me, they're just possessed, right?
Well, yes and no. I mean, the idea of getting scratched and then becoming a demon,
right?
Or are they creatures from hell? It's
they're just kind of like a demon spawn. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
Yeah. See,
it's funny that Juno mentioned that because it kind of reminds me of this found footage style film, Jerusalem. Have you seen that one? That's same thing. They get bitten or scratched, they turn.
What's it called here? You can write it down.
Jerusalem, but with a Z. I know it's on Tubi over in Australia. I just watched it the other night.
Okay.
I'm doing it for my April apocalypse.
Yeah. I like a good found footage, man. Some people don't like them, but I do. You get a good one going, man. I'll stay into that the whole time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, found footage is just, people give it a lot of crap because it's a easy film, right. But yeah, it's really not.
No, it's especially there's been so many of them made, and there's only so much you can do with them. It seems like unless you get somebody that's really creative, and then you can actually, that's the ones that are good,
Yeah.
I have a lot more respect for them than that too. Yeah.
And I mean, there's something about it kind of puts you into the film as well. So I kind of enjoy that aspect of it.
Well, yeah. I think the biggest thing that happened to him was when the Barbarian Project came out, and everybody loved it so much and said it was so frightening. And then when they found out that it was fake, that they were being displayed, because they made it out like it was something real. So when it came out like it was, and they were still alive, and and everybody was pissed because of that, because they felt like they've been played. And since then, the found footage, its big heyday got kicked off in kind of a fucked up way.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't want to hide no comments. Quit fucking with me. All right, everybody seen the left. Yeah. I gotta tell you that the People Under the Stairs is available on Tubi. What's on Monday? Oh, man, cool.
Yeah, so I want to get that on Arrow. Arrow have that. I need to put that on my list to get.
People Under the Stairs.
Yeah.
I don't have an Arrow, but I do have it on. Yeah. I don't know where the hell it is, but yeah, right here. Yeah, it's 3 pack. And this is the one I'm going to be watching tonight. Steven's Arrow window slip. They got part 2, one just like this, except with Demons 2, that I can get it for like $35-40 on eBay right now. And I'm wanting to do it. I'm trying to swing it. But I just
this is
had that big ass
my
belt.
copy here.
Oh yeah, you get the steelbook, don't you? That has both
Yeah,
of them on it.
Demons 1 and 2 Steelbook. It's
Awesome.
I'll that stupid blur setting off and give you a good look at it. Yeah, this like just that whole artwork there.
I think that's that one that I was going to get a couple of months back. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you got the
Now,
lovely little booklets. So good.
does that come with the comics?
It
Little
didn't.
tiny
It
comic books.
came with a tiny booklet, but it's more of a
Give you free.
gentleman by the name of Callum Waddle did a review. Yeah,
This article, this right here, it's an actual little comic.
nice.
So yeah, it's I guess it's a bit as if, or what if, so you can start out like that. What I love about these Arrow window slips is how you got 4 variations. So you got on here, you can have this one, you have, or you can have this one, or if you take it out, you got 2 others. So you got these 2, got this one, and or you can turn it around, or you can use that one or that one.
Yeah, I mean they're the 2 covers I remember from back on VHS and all that.
Yeah,
Like that demon that comes out and the guy with the mask. Yeah.
these are definitely throwbacks, and they got great soundtrack with them too, man. You get a lot of you get some Iron Maiden shit in there. You get Motley Crue, Save Our Souls.
Yeah, I think you got Billy Idol. You've got a few others in there as well. A lot of the 80s classic rock.
Yeah, really, really cool. Let's see. There's some found footage like Cloverfield is As Above, So Below. I like both of those.
Mhm.
And Afflicted, that's great too. But there's some ones I didn't like Unfriended and Blair Witch Project. Yeah, just
I
talking
know.
about those.
Yeah, Unfriended. I don't know if I consider that found footage. I mean, it's kind of like streaming horror. It's kind of like what we're doing if there was a horror movie happening in the background.
Unfriended, yeah. That's kind of like that.
There's,
Yeah. Well, there's ones I call cam footage, and there's found footage.
yeah.
You got your cam footage, which is that, and you got the found footage, which is shit found after they're gone. Yeah, 4K. Yeah, that's a 4K. They just announced Creep Show to be coming to 4K. Stream Factory's whipping out the original Creep Show on 4K, Sean. So we just checked it out the other night. So certainly had the still have the People Under the Stairs, Stream Factory Blu-ray, Universal DVD copy. I get that Demons 2 4K. Yes, I didn't get that one either, man. I missed it. I actually the Arrow one's the one that I wanted to get, but they had so many problems with that. Blu-ray Demons 6 and that. I also have an old DVD of the original Demons.
Nice.
That's a limited edition. And then edition Steelbook and Demons. Yeah. Yeah, that Steelbook I think is the same one. You got that off eBay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I was looking at, because that same one that I was looking at all of a sudden wasn't in my cart anymore. Because I got my whole cart full, all like 100 spots or whatever taken, and then I was looking for it, wasn't there, and I looked for it, should have been bought, and I was oh, somebody bought that motherfucker.
Yeah, it was local buy too. Like came from someone in South Australia, I think. I'm like, dude, I could just went around to your house and picked it up.
Yeah,
But
that
I do like finding those little things like that on eBay, like just those little nuggets where it's like,
yes, you can be, you know, eBay gets a bit of a bad rap, but if you know what you're doing and you're experienced with it, you can avoid those scalpers. You can find some really good deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely screams 80s, man. I'm gonna wait for the re-release for the seeing new Evil Dead in theaters. Yes, I am going to see Evil Dead in theaters. Absolutely. Oh, all right, man. Is is everybody ready? If there's anyone not ready, let me know. Otherwise, here in a couple minutes or in a few seconds, I'll give the countdown and we'll get the first one going. See, might need any time. These are pretty easy to find streaming for free, aren't they?
Believe so, yeah.
I hope so, because I don't have Demons 2, and I could have swore I seen it. It's on Tubi or one of them.
Yeah, so the problem with 2, because it's different in America, Sean needs a couple of minutes.
Okay.
All right, let's have a quick look now.
Nicolas Cage back in 2 more minutes. All right, Sean. All right. Oh man. Yeah, I got so tired last night, man. I don't know what it was. Like I said, I couldn't sleep very good the night before, and I couldn't get a nap very good. It was just one of those insomnia days, I guess.
Yeah.
And by the time that was over last night, by the time the third act came in, I was like dead. I talked to myself about that death because I think I was kind of going through some sort of euphoric thing from being tired. So I was kind of lightheaded. So I was talking like crazy to begin with, and then by the time it came down to it, I was like, so it's like I was going as natural high, and then all of a sudden it was like, right. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Demons 2 is on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. I just sent you the link.
Okay.
Looks like it's actually good quality.
Cool. So we'll do this one. We'll do this one, and then in between, give me a few minutes, and let me switch over and go grab a new drink, and then we'll get back with you on the second one.
Yeah, I'm just checking. I think I have found Demons on YouTube, but it does have Asian subtitles, and I can't hear what the sound quality is like. But
if you're going to join us for Demons 2, if you're going to be here about an hour and a half, I have those photos of that Extras 4K box set. I will upload them to StreamYard, and I will show you a couple of them if you're going to be with us for Demons 2. I have a shitload of photos. So, okay. So I think Mayan said she found it on YouTube.
yeah, they're both on YouTube, so you can definitely find them on YouTube.
Cool. Hey Grim, how's it going? I've seen you in a minute. How you been doing? So very cool. All right. All right. So are you ready, Sean? Cool. All right, man.
Give us a countdown.
5,
whenever you're ready.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Jump volume down here so they don't get pissy at me. Here's the arrow sound. There we go. I can just hear it. I might be a few seconds behind you because I forgot to have that arrow thing going. Dario Argento Presente.
Yeah, I'm just up to the train.
Hear me, yeah.
I'll just pause it.
Demone.
Let me know when you see Natasha Hovey.
Okay. Okay, here just showed the train. There's the lights. Okay. Bono Martini. Natasha Hovey. There it is.
Cool.
Carl Zinni. All right. Dario Argento. And this is right before he started having Aja, his daughter Aja, in him. This about the time he's introducing his oldest daughter, and remember, because she was in Phenomena. She was the girl at the very beginning of Phenomena, the blonde that gets off the bus.
Look at the list of bands that are in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 80s Euro punk
Oh, I love the 80s,
vibe
man.
throughout.
At this time, when this was made, and put out, I was 12 years old.
Yeah, I would have been 9 years old when this came out. I obviously didn't watch it when I was 9, but I reckon I probably watched it maybe 88, so a few years after it came out. Definitely wasn't my first horror movie, but man, it was memorable.
The actor is wearing the chrome silver mask. No, it's like I say, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since I've actually sit down and eat them. The Italian horror genre is criminally underrated. Yes, it is. That's why I'm paying the next 3 months of honor and tribute to it. And well, it's 2 months now, but I may go a little up. Because like instead of doing just 6 full cheese, now I got up to 7. I might do 8, but and then I got a shitload of Argento I got to do after that, and then a couple of Bava, and then I even got to do at least one Sergio Martini or Sergio Martini. I mean, because I have to do torso. Got to. I love torso. To me, it's very underrated and underknown.
Yeah, that was a good one. That one, I really enjoyed Torso.
Man, it's got tons. I think that one of all Italian films have great looking women in them, right? Well, that one has got an overabundance of them. Every woman in that is good looking. Like Martino didn't fuck around. You know, he was like, yeah, I know we're known for having good looking women in here. Well, I'm going to make sure I have like 3 handfuls of them. It's like that was one of the criteria for it. You must be halfway decent acting. You must be able to work with other actors, and you must be hot. So, because they all are, man. Especially that first girl that gets killed, the one that's party making out with 2 guys, and she kind of just shoves them off and runs away and ends up getting killed.
Yeah, they were in that warehouse or something.
Yeah,
and she runs through the swamp. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sitting there getting stoned and shit, and she let him kiss on her shit, and he just pushes away and takes off. They're like, what? So she gets away from him, and then somebody else finds it. She had something special. No, who is that, man? Who is the guy wearing the mask, Sean? Because I don't remember. It's been a long time. It's nice when someone's able to tell me something, because I'm usually the one telling the shit. So I love to hear the chrome mask. Are you talking about that dude?
He doesn't look familiar, but I reckon
because if it was, I just missed him. I seen him for a split second, but he turned around.
Yeah.
That ticket that they just showed right there, that is in the Arrow set of Demons and Demons 2, the 4K. That ticket's in there. Yeah, man wants to know who it is too. She's fully gotten into all this. Mayan has, man. She's invested, which is awesome. That means I've done a good fucking job.
Yeah, and Mayan just subscribed me, so thank you very much. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, she just on it, man. She likes this shit. There's something to say for it, man. There's a reason why there's a huge community of this.
Yeah.
And horror is a great thing, man, because you got nothing else has all the subgenres like horror does. Like it's like never ending. Just when you think you know one, there's more comes out.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the Italian style of horror, which is very stylish and can be very gory, can be very thrilling as well. But then you've got the American, oh, I say American, but which is all out. Just it can be good, can be bad. If you got
Yeah,
English horror, it's different again. You've got Aussie horror, which is look at Wolf Creek. That's probably more in line with something like say Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something along those lines, but very different stylings.
Wolf Creek is very
Just so
cool.
many different. Mm.
I've got an old ass DVD of it, so I really appreciate it, man. Guys, Ninja, well, Jason, my friend, went and bought me that new fucking Wolf Creek thing that's coming out. That box set with all that shit in it, and I was just blown away. I could not fucking believe it. I so appreciate it, man. That just no one on here has done anything like that for me.
That's all good. It's all good.
She
I
says you
know. I
roll.
know you like. I know you're a huge collector, and this is limited to 1,000 pieces, and I'd hate to see you miss out on something that I know you really want.
Yes. I will show you the. I got all boxed together, and I'm sending you a couple things. If you
Yeah.
want, unless you want to be surprised, I can show you what you will be receiving. Do you want me to just box it and send it?
Keep it as a surprise.
Cool.
Just
Alrighty.
opening it'll be awesome.
Cool. Alrighty. Yeah. I
Yeah.
figured you might. She said you're very welcome. So I was going to sleep watching horror movies every night. Might as well join here and do it with y'all. Hey, look, there's nothing like it. And the people that like horror, you think the horror fans would be like hardcore or something, man, but most of them are like us, So it's like we just you know basically when we're younger we might be a little hardcore, but now that we're older we're just basically older, relaxed movie nerds. But the kind that'll whip your ass if you act stupid.
I love the setting here. Like the theater just looks like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of got that gothic setting to it, like, but that it's also got that 80s coloring to it with the neon lighting and
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, I have several stories with me. During when I was a kid, my brother moved away, and by the time I was like 8 years old, and by the time I was like 14, 15, it was just me and my mom, and she worked all day every day, so I was like the latchkey kid. I had to get myself to school. I had to let myself in because she was still at work. And during the summers, of course, I sit there by myself, because she was at work. And we had this theater about 8 blocks up the road, and I used to go there all the time during the summer. You see Rocky 3 there and all that shit. It's back when a matinee was like $1.25. You know, you're talking a long time ago, back in '82. See, says reason I feel Italian horror genre is underrated is because it's not talked about. It still has the '70s horror feel when it transitioned to the '80s. Exactly. That's why I wanted to do this 3 months, and I wanted to, do all this stuff. This is all basically dedicated to it for the most part because it's just not talked about enough. And I don't want these directors that's gotten old or the ones that's died to be forgotten about. Like Fulci. I don't want people to forget about him. He's very important. He's been gone for years.
I mean, I think you'll find like a lot of our generation saw them on VHS, and so we grew up with them, so we
Yeah.
know what it's like. But nowadays, you don't see the Beyond, you don't see City of the Living Dead, you don't see them streaming anywhere. It's only the physical media people that collect it and have it,
Right.
or that maybe they go out and illegally download it, whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they're the ones that know. And the younger generation, they don't know it. And I think Mayanne is probably a good example. Like she's just seeing all these new horror films
Hmm.
and loving it. And it's good to see that other people are getting into it as well.
That's gotta be so exciting because I've always watched it, but I can just imagine just now getting into it and seeing them all brand new. That would be so fucking cool. That's got that just sounds exciting to me.
I'll tell you
But
what,
yeah,
Demons are Demons too. I had not seen them in a long, long time since VHS. Never saw it on DVD, but rewatching it on Blu-ray, it's like, oh, this.
Yeah. We are kind of in debt to these boutique labels because they've been hitting it like crazy. These boutique labels.
Yeah.
The boutique labels like Synapse and Arrow in it, or especially those two or three. There's 2 or 3 in there, but those are 2 of them that are really loyal to the Italian horror genre and giallo genre. Let's see. Man, is it killing? Yeah. Zombies. Sean says, don't get burned out. He's just talking about man. Hey, Spinny Cakes, how you doing? Okay, units from Arrow B sold out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he sold out one time, like fairly quickly. Long while back, a couple years back. Thoughts on Demons 2. Man, it's been a while since I've seen Demons 2. Like I waited and held off just so I could check it out while we was doing this over on Ninja Channel next. She said, "I'm tired, so let's see."
Yeah.
We especially don't want to miss the photos. So I'm gonna put up here the Exorcist 4K coming up to you. Yeah, remind me before the show's over so I can put those photos on here. It'll only take me 2 minutes while I'm getting ready here, and I'll show everybody one. I already
This
sent
is a 90-minute film, so it goes really quick once it starts. So I reckon once things start happening and you get into it, that'll keep you awake.
Just don't smoke no pot or nothing so you pass out or some shit. You get yourself all fucking stoned and get the munchies, eat and pass out. And they bring back Tony back to the next movie. That's the first
They
one.
also bring back Ripper.
Yeah. Do you am I the one that thinks this, but that one chick that's in the theater there with the longer hair, you know, the black chick, does she not look like Rick James? Does she? I mean, come on, she does. I remember thinking when I was a kid, I was thinking that was like a chick version of Rick James. You know, the first one that gets possessed.
Yeah. Yeah, probably like 70s maybe.
You know, yeah. I mean, if Rick James was a chick, she would be him. She doesn't like Rick James. Yeah, I'm telling you. I've always thought that because back then when he was known for super freak, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got in all kinds of legal trouble in his career, and then he came back. I'm Rick James, bitch. What movie is that from? I'm Rick James, bitch. Oh man, I can't remember. Can't remember.
Was that Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, maybe something like that. I can't remember who did it. Yeah. Where are you, Ninja? Man says, where are you, Ninja? Oh,
Australia.
Whoa. Okay.
The land down under.
Rock Disney bitches from Chappelle's show, yeah, with Charlie Murphy. Yeah, I'm Rick James, bitch. Yes. Yeah. I did. That's all I remember about it. So this dude, their pimp, then.
Yeah.
Now she doesn't so much before she gets possessed, but I mean after she gets possessed, when she looks more like Rick James to me. I mean she kind of does here, but she really does. When she gets possessed, it's Rick James all day.
Gives a whole new meaning to super freak, though.
Yeah, he died here not long ago, didn't
I think so, yeah.
Sister. Man says her sister's in New Zealand.
There's not much of a time difference between New Zealand and Australia. Daniel DMC Campbell, who pops onto the chat every now and then, he's in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It is kind of funny how you see a lot of the Italian actors that appear in the first film, then they recast them in the second film.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just with Demons, but I'm sure I've seen in other Italian horror films where they do that.
Trying to think. I'm sure they do. There isn't a real lot of sequels out there as far as Italian films. I can think about, you know what I mean? Not actual sequels like part 2, part 3. You don't see that a lot with Italian cinema.
Yeah, or maybe just similar
Right.
sort of movies.
I mean, you got to Behind the Doors.
I guess kind of like the Gates of Hell trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Catriona plays somebody different in all 3.
Yeah.
Her and Daria Nicolodi are my 2 favorite female Italian actors. No, well, Catriona's not Italian, but she did Italian films. She's actually UK, I believe.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of like, you get James Cameron and Michael Biehn, or Arnold Schwarzenegger. He casts people that he's worked with before, and
Right. Gino says the bald head disco dude is the Demons 2 as the bodybuilder.
no spoilers, but wow. Demons 2's got some pretty gnarly scenes.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get it turns up a little bit because, like I said, I'm not as well versed in these as a lot of them. I've seen these as many as, like, say I have full cheese and air. So I made up actually watching a lot of these 2 and not talking all the way through the goddamn thing.
Yeah, like I said, I grew up on both of these, watching them on VHS. Like, they were staples in the rotation where I'd go, you'd hire 5 weekly videos for like, $10.
Right.
There probably wasn't at least every few months where I would get one of them.
Yeah. So it's like, it's like your $10 for the week was well spent. You watched the fuckers over and over again.
Oh, repeatedly, like.
VHSs were tough like that, though, man. You actually could,
Yeah.
They were just tapes, and tapes as far as cassettes don't get a really good name because they get worn out and fucked up. But VHSs were durable. Like, I still have them, and those fuckers still work.
I've still got a couple, which I kept. I got rid of a whole lot of my VHS movies, which I'm still pretty cut up about. But I had to do it, unfortunately. And one of them was a VHS copy of Zombie Creeping Flesh, or Zombie Flesh Eaters. No, both of them, actually. Zombie Holocaust was another one. And Brain Scan, just a whole heap of VHS videos that I grew up on. Luckily, Demons and Demons 2 went in there. Otherwise, I'd be crying.
Uh-oh. There was a moment. You would like.
Yep.
I always love the films where they're watching, where they're at a theater watching a horror movie, There's a couple of them started out that way, where you think it's the movie, but it's actually the movie that they're watching. Yeah, you see where she got cut. Why in the hell did you put it on your face? Good shit. I've always heard Return of the Living Dead. Oh yeah, when I was in my early teens.
Yeah.
That, Evil Dead's my go-to movies. Yeah. Oh man, I had so many go-tos. It was ridiculous. I was a horror movie fanatic. Always.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't remember. Hey, Echo, how you doing, man? You know, especially the women in the Italian cinema, they always have this look, this real solid, serious look to people, and then the music will play, and they're like, and it's real intense. There's just so many differences between the Italian cinema. They I don't know what's the best way to say it. They focus on a different thing. They stress on different matters in the Italian cinema. They they like I said, I think that's what makes Italian cinema such an experience because they focus on other things.
Yeah, what?
They're a little
Just
more straight
over
to the
20
point.
minutes in. Exactly. Yeah, I was just going to say we're like just over 20 minutes in, and we're about to get some nice big pussy explosions.
I'm almost 22 minutes in, and she just went into the bathroom and checked her sore. Am I ahead of you?
No, that's pretty much on point with what I'm.
Okay. Dude just got stabbed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. My time's at 22:20 now.
I'm at 2023. Hell yeah. Evil Dead watch along. I did the first Evil Dead and the remake 2 or 3 months ago. Um, yeah. Those were my Sunday afternoon ones. One what I call the Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon wake up call. It's a hell of a thing to get. The first time I ever did that was I Spit on Your Grave remake, so that definitely was a Sunday morning wake up call.
Yeah, that'd be
Dude playing a movie. Ruth, shut up.
the
God damn.
I spit on your grave wake up. Geez, that'd be an intense wake up call.
Hell yeah. That was the first one I did. And I had this idea
Yeah.
what a wake up call I Spit on Your Grave would be. So about 6 o'clock in the morning, I did that motherfucker.
The remake or the original?
The remake.
Oh, that's yeah. I've got that, and there's that whole scene. I'm just like, I can't sit through this. No, I have to skip past it. It's brutal.
Yes, it is. And then I did Last House on the Left, the original Last House on the Left, like the next week.
So
There
just
she
want
is.
to point what it's Rick James.
Yeah,
What Juno said. Demons and Evil Dead are very similar movies. It's true. I feel that Demons took a bit from Evil Dead
yeah,
in some parts of it. And it's real, like, it's obviously sort of paying respect to it, but
right. Get started in the future. There's such sights to show you. Yes. Unfortunately, I've never seen the original one. Just 2013 and a TV show. Love them both. The original Evil Dead is awesome.
it
Because,
is. It's very different. Like, it's very
yes,
different.
it's, yeah. It's like the remake, but then again, it's nothing like the
Mm. I love the remake. I actually found my original
yeah.
ticket stub to go see it in the cinema.
I was surprised. I didn't give it really a shot to begin with. I didn't even try to watch it. But then my oldest son rented it. And I watched it and I was like, man, I wish I'd have checked this out from the beginning because, I just wasn't real high on the remake idea at that time. But
Yeah.
then I was sorry that I didn't try to watch it earlier. It ended up being one of my favorite remakes. Now it's up there
Yeah.
with it's up there with the Fly and the Thing and shit now.
Yeah. It's definitely like it's taken the Evil Dead concept and just amplified it.
Yeah. Man says I'm really digging this movie. The visuals are dope. Oh yeah. Says I love Evil Dead 1, 2, and remake. She didn't say Army of the Darkness. I can't.
Yeah.
I do not like Army of Darkness. It's a joke, man. Yes, exactly. Too much into comedy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it transitioned from flat out low budget horror to horror comedy to pretty
Yes,
much a straight up comedy. I mean,
yes.
don't get me wrong, I do like Army of Darkness. I think it really does showcase Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell's
Bruce
comedic
Campbell.
talents, but
Well,
it's not a horror film.
just like I said before about it, when they found out what a great physical comedian Bruce Campbell was, Sam
Yeah,
Raimi really didn't have much of a choice but to highlight that, but to showcase it. You know what I mean? He's so good. He is so John Ritter good in his physical comedy that you have to showcase it. It's like a crime if you don't.
yeah. But I mean, even his just his acting ability, like he gets a lot of stick for it. But I mean, Bubba Hotep, he was great in that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He did a great job.
He always is.
But
Being
now he
face
kind of plays himself playing himself.
right. The whole Elvis thing I thought was interesting.
Hmm.
I'll probably return that. They'll be busting. Look, it says like demons is basically the worst characters, but still find yourself rooting for them. Yeah, yeah. Said who's looking forward to seeing the new Evil Dead film? Me.
I think the better question is who isn't looking forward to it.
Yeah, because I this is one that's not going to disappoint.
Yeah,
That is so nasty. It's just bubbling right through the fucking. Oh my god! And then you get this
and
nasty
that
grease.
neon green, yeah, they do make the visuals like man was saying the visuals are dope. Like they really do a lot with Italian horror and the visuals in it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They do a really good job with this one. Yeah.
Mm.
Most of the time they do. With the Italian, it's like that's what they focus on. They focus on the gore and shit. That's why a lot of times if there's plot holes in the story and you're not quite understanding what happened, no matter how many times you've seen that particular Italian film, don't worry about it. Remember it's an experience. You're not going to like with the Fulci shit and stuff. You're not going to understand sometimes what it is he's trying to say. You're just not going to. But that's all right. I don't think you're supposed to. I'm glad New Evil Dead film was not made by some dumbass from Blumhouse. Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Gino. You're on it. You're on it, man. You're on it.
Now, look,
Because yes, they
Blumhouse,
butt fucked my Halloween.
look, they made some bad choices recently, but a few years back they were making some
Yes.
good horror films.
Oh yeah, like back around 2012. Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a Sinister. Fucking awesome,
yeah.
man.
And The Purge isn't quite horror, but they were good films.
I love the first one, man. Hell
Mm.
yeah. There's one or two others that wasn't. I mean, none of them were horrible, but the first one
No,
I really liked.
now the only issue I had with some of them was the third and fourth ones. The endings just didn't. The endings weren't memorable.
Right.
Like the first one, you remember like the way it ended. And I won't put it out there just in case anyone hasn't seen it. And the second one, because Frank Grillo makes it memorable.
Right.
The third and fourth ones, not so much. Maybe that's just me.
Right. A couple of them I haven't seen. I've seen see I've seen the one where they're the president's in it and shit, and then
The
I've
third one.
seen yeah I've seen the first three. I haven't seen it for that.
Yeah, so the third one's oh, this part here, sorry, I just
Yeah,
nails. Oh, but just the look on her face as she gets up there, like that's
she's changed. Yeah,
yeah.
something else is happening. It's like hello. Oh, Fuck it. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go home. Yeah. We'll catch you later. Hope you're feeling better tomorrow. Give me a call. Let's see. Thinking of rewatching the first movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Season 5. 5 is forever Purge. Okay.
Yeah,
No. The first, okay, 5. Okay, yeah.
I did. I watched the first four recently, like the Purge, Purge Anarchy, Election Year, and the first Purge. I don't own the Forever Purge. I have seen it, but I just wasn't a huge fan of it because the
Right.
way the Purge Election Year ended, they didn't need to do the Forever Purge.
Right. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah. That's the one I haven't seen, I think. Or just the last two I haven't seen.
Yeah, look, for a movie, it's definitely worth watching. Yeah, it does have its good parts to it.
Liz? Liz? Is that the blind dude from fucking Suspiria? Oh, damn, she's fucking him. Oh my god, now she's gonna dig her fingers in
Yeah,
his eye. Oh my god. That, her face is scary as fuck, man. That's definitely a creepy face.
I said they don't mess around. The Italian horror, like they go straight for it. They don't mess with you.
That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, they go about it a completely different way than
Yeah,
America does. They just and anybody else. The Italian. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They don't fuck around. No dancing around the subject.
yeah.
Go straight for that shit. Like this is what we want to show you, so here it is. They're just ripping the fucking doors off this motherfucker, and all they're finding is stone. That's crazy. Oh, that's a crime though. Turn up all those.
Old school. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's uncool, man. Should be turned up.
There's a little subtle part just there where they're trying to claw through the cement. You can see the blood on their hands. I thought that was a really good little
Oh,
subtle hint at how scared they are.
yeah, yeah. Anytime anyone's so scared and freaking out that they're tearing through with their nails and their nails are getting
Yeah.
ripped, torn back, they're fucking terrified.
And I mean, I probably didn't even notice that when I was a kid, like watching it on VHS, and I probably didn't even see it. But the Blu-ray transfer and probably DVD as well. You pick up those things.
Yeah. In the early 2000s, you remember like the Chainsaw Massacre remake and shit, how carried away all the horror films got with the breaking of the nails back. Remember
Yeah.
there time there where they were all doing that shit. And I was like, will you fuckers please stop doing that? They were every horror film was doing that. They'd get their nails ripped back and shit. It's like, wow. This is first TV show was horrible. They just
Yeah, look at
their name in generic US drama show. Okay, having nightmares tonight. Mayan said. Nightmares? Why? Those low screen kills work, but a lot of times we need gruesome kills and gore and impact horror. In horror movies, yeah. Not comedy, I think a lot of times it's funnier if you don't see it, if you just hear it. You know what I mean? Just the idea of it. But horror, usually you need to see that. Here's a man, look at so I'm getting to enjoy having Mayan in the chat a lot, man. She's quite entertaining.
yeah. especially when you're getting someone who's new to horror and they're watching something like this. The reactions are
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, she gets to see Killer Clowns coming up this coming week, and then the week after that, she gets to see the first Phantasm for the first time because I'm doing Phantasm in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I still need to get the entire Phantasm box set from Arrow. Still need to get that.
That's the one I got with Paul.
Yeah.
I got it for like $70 like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Brand new.
Nice. Yeah, they've got like just a standard box set, not like the ball or anything, but I think it's probably going to cost about $80 Australian,
right,
just to get over here. And although I am waiting on delivery. I ordered from them because I had that whole issue with the first order that I put through. That's still ongoing, but
oh my god,
I've got to send it back to them. But they've actually given me a local address I can send to, like an Australian address. I'm like, because they're going to charge me $30 to send it back to them. I'm like, well, hold on, I paid $15 to have them shipped to me, and I got to pay $30 to get it shipped back to you. No,
bullshit.
So they gave me this. Yeah, gave me an
That's
Australian
on you,
address.
not me.
Like, cool. Yeah,
fuck that.
So I'll get that done eventually. But I ordered some last week, and they're already in Australia. So whatever issue they had with the first delivery, not happening anymore. So I'm really happy with them now.
Yeah. Timestamp, 37.5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been going on for like 3 months or something, 2 or 3 months at least.
Yeah, when I first ordered, it was in start of January.
Yeah.
And there were just issues with their warehouse and getting the address because I don't know why that just had printing issues with the address. They said. I was like, I don't know what that is, but look, send it out or don't.
Right.
And they eventually did, and it arrived, and then they decided, yeah, look, it's lost in transit, so we're going to send you another one.
Jeez.
I'm like, it's not lost in transit. I have it in my hands.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
I'll do the right thing and send it back. Hey,
Daniel, it is. Daniel, what's going on, man? Hey, everybody, don't forget to give us that thumbs up, man. Terrorize the earth with the demons doubleheader. Blam. Yeah, guys, don't forget. As soon as we're done here, give us a few minutes here, and then we'll be over on Ginja's channel with Demons 2. This is something that we ought to try to do like a little more often, man. Do a double header like you and I. Like try not to do, try to do a little more than, I mean, if you got the time, try to do like once a month, once every other month or something. But you don't get a whole lot of time off, though, do you?
Nah, I mean,
time is weird.
Yeah, it's hard to get the time, but if I can angle it, I will. In fact, I think I've got another stream coming up this weekend, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is just a random one where I was asked just randomly asked, hey, do you want to do this? And I'm like, I actually have that day off, so
cool. Who are you doing that with?
It's an Australian. I'm just bringing it up now, see if I can find it. Mr. Dan, Horror and Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay. Okay. Or even if you have like a night off, man, even if it's during the day, if you want to do a double header type thing or just one movie, if it's during the day, I can do it during the day too. I mean, just as long as I have a notice ahead of time.
Yeah.
So don't think just because during the day, that I can't do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely tee something up. Get it more on the more regular sort of thing.
Yeah, we ain't done shit since our first time there when we did Mother's Day back in, I think it was October. No, it was November because she was off.
Yeah. Man, I'm just looking at those cinema chairs. I'm thinking, man, how uncomfortable would they be? Wooden
Those are
backs.
worse than the ones we had. Those are worse than the ones we had in 1985 in my theater. At least they had some sort of a cushion on the back. I mean, you couldn't move them and they just slipped down, but they had a cushion. That was like some school chairs or some shit. Like worse. You're uncomfortable. Can you imagine sitting in school chairs now, the hard ass seats? That would just kill me.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It says,
Yeah.
yep, gave you a thumbs up with. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Demons 2 air releases are pretty good.
Yeah.
All of them are. All of them are. The Synapse, the Aero 4. Well, once they fix the Aero 4Ks, they were good. The old ones that still look like Ninja's got. The window slits, like the one I have, they're all good, man. I haven't.
It's funny
About,
because
the only one I've seen was the first 4Ks that Aero put up. Sorry, go ahead, man.
with the window slips, like I noticed on the Arrow trailer at the start of this, they had the how you could choose between the four that you were talking about, and I'm like, why don't they still do them?
They definitely should. You don't have any of those.
No, I mean I've got a couple of like slip covers, but nothing like that. Nothing like that.
No, yeah, that you not having an Arrow window slips getting ready to get that problem's getting ready to be solved. We're gonna take care of that.
Yeah, it's just like my first media book. So happy with that one. That was just a good find.
Yeah, me and Ben try to push those as much as possible, and also like I say, did you visit Keith's channel from Euphoria?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
God damn, he's got a ridiculous collection, don't he?
Insane.
It's the best one that I've seen as far as boutique goes. That man makes money. He has to. He has 2 rooms, man. Last October when I was at Walmart, bought first Evil Dead under Anchor Bay edition and regular DVD case, and it's badass. Include a booklet and 2-sided poster. Very cool. Do you miss Anchor Bay release horror film? They were like the first that did it on the reg when it comes to DVD and Blu-ray. So yeah, I would like to see them do a little more. And it's super cool. Yeah. But yeah, Anchor Bay was the first one to really start whipping out those releases like Halloween and all of them. They were, all the ones that weren't considered cool anymore, back in the day before this resurgence of horror and this physical media resurgence. Anchor Bay was still releasing them things. Dawn of the Dead, Halloween, Evil Dead 2, they were still releasing them. So like for instance on this right here, the Stallion Horror, she just reaches up and bites the shit out of his leg. Like you don't see shit like that in American cinema. Someone just reaches up and bites a chunk out of somebody's leg like that. That's why I love Italian cinema, shit like that.
But it's also the little bits where there was just a part there where the guy was just the green stuff was coming out of his mouth and into the other guy's mouth, like.
Yeah. That's true dedication, man. Let somebody fucking drip some shit out of their mouth into yours. There she is.
Yeah.
There's his oldest that's in Phenomena. That's Aj's older sister.
Oh, I had no idea. Because Aja and Dario, they kind of look a little bit, you can see the resemblance, a familiar resemblance.
Different moms.
Yeah.
She's from Dario's first wife, the blonde here is. And then Aja is from Dario Nicolati. Daria's her mom.
Yeah, I do have a thing for Aja Argento.
Man, you and every other man, yeah. If you've seen, let me see. I think one of her first ones, the first one she did hold on. Let me find this skill book here. Oh, damn, where is it? 5 films of Dario Argento. This has gotten kind of hard to get. This was the first one that I ever had that had Phenomena in it, and it's also got Tenebrae. Trauma was their. It's the first one where
Okay.
she shows full frontal nudity and all that kind of shit, and she also does in the Stendhal syndrome.
Yeah.
That's the one where she's a detective, I do believe, and she's hunting down this rapist, and her being a detective, she ends up getting abducted by the rapist. The detective's searching for him. He abducts her? But yes, Sean's absolutely right. William Lustig of the Blue Underground. He distributed Anchor Bay after he did Maniac, and then he was the distributor for Anchor Bay, and then he started Blue Underground. Absolutely. Yeah, he's responsible.
There's a guy that knows his horror, William Lustig.
Oh man, yeah. Like I said, he did Maniac, then Maniac Cop, a few of those, and then like I said, he distributed Anchor Bay, and then he started his own shit with Blue Underground. I think Blue Underground is still probably the best horror 4K as far as looks and everything that's out there. I think their 4Ks look better than anybody. That's my opinion. But and they don't have to send a bunch of replacement discs all the time either.
Yeah.
Because they don't get carried away. Fucking everyone Screen Factory just try to put out too many at once, man. And that, anytime you're doing that high of a volume all the time of many different movies and putting out figures and shit with them and all that shit like Screen Factory does, you're gonna have quality issues. It's unavoidable. You can't do too much. Too much is too much. Yeah. You get red eye for game. No, I have not yet. I'm trying to catch up right now, but like I said, I had a big ass $300 gas bill and all that shit because I got cold again here and ended up, we heat with it, so it gets fucking cold here in Indiana. So I'm a little behind right now. I'm trying to catch up. I think that's why Ninja went ahead and got that Wolf Creek for me because I couldn't afford to get it.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a 4K red eye.
Yeah, I seen where it got put out here lately. Yeah, that was one of Craven's last.
It's underrated. Like, I think it's a really good one.
Good cast.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy, Rachel McAdams.
Cillian Murphy, man, is a very underrated actor. He is fantastic, man. In 28 Days Later, and one thing a lot of people don't pay attention to is he was in the first Batman movie with Christian Bale.
Yeah,
he was the Scarecrow.
He also popped up in the second and third ones as cameos, same character and all that. But yeah, he's just a good actor. If you haven't, he was in Sunshine as well.
Yes, that was the first film that the dude that did 28 Days Later made. That's a unique film. Sunshine is. It's definitely different.
Yeah.
Sean says, "Agreed, Keith. Blue Underground kills it in their sets with the soundtrack disc." So yes. I'm trying to catch up on those too. Worst case from Screen Factory is 4K of Platoon. I have not seen that 4K. I knew it was out, but I haven't seen it. That release was crap with no features and quality look. Really? No features? Audio was terrible. Low sounds on action scenes. Wow. Well, that definitely wasn't anyone who's just dying to get that would definitely be like, fuck. That sounds shitty as fuck. No wonder it got so cheap quickly.
I heard and yeah, take it with a grain. So I've not seen it, but I think I don't know which company released it, but there was a Blu-ray of Dog Soldiers, and they reckon it's just trash.
Screen Factory. Yep. Yeah. I have it. Yeah. It's crap, man.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, I've got the DVD, and it's the DVD's okay, but it needs an update.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Jamie.
But yeah, I have that over here, and it's not good, man. No, right here. That's the one.
It's really because it's a great movie.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. Second Sight put it out though I don't remember I don't have it yet, but it's either Blu-ray or 4K, and I
Mm.
know it looks better with Second Sight than Second Sight's good company. Matter of fact, my Martin showed up today that I ordered back in December.
Ah,
I felt the pre-order of it. Apparently, well, I think it's still out, but I thought it was going to sell out, but it finally should because we were a little late getting it. They delayed it by a month and everything. So I ordered it at the end of December, I think, and it showed today. Here
nice.
it is.
Yeah, Martin's
Martin.
one of those ones where I've seen it, but I've seen it so long ago, and it was never high on my list of
Right.
rewatched horror movies. Um,
It's odd.
yeah, it's an out there film, and
Yeah.
I know it's from George A. Romero, so yeah,
That's his
at least
favorite
you have to
film.
watch it.
That's George's favorite film that he ever did. That's his favorite.
Yeah, can see why. It's really well done,
Yeah.
but
Someone asked him, "Well, what's your favorite?" Before one time he said The Crazies, and I think it's because of the
yeah,
political message. Because George is really political. And then
oh yeah.
the next time they asked him, it was Martin, and then he said Martin 2 or 3 times. So I'm taking it Martin must have been. Like Survival of the Dead was his favorite of his Dead series. That blew me away because Survival's definitely not the best. But I think
I
it's just because of the message that it gives. George
yeah,
is just on that message, and he got more so as he went along.
yeah. I just picked up Survival of the Dead on Blu-ray off of eBay. I think it was like $5. I'm like, I just have to get it to
Yeah.
complete it.
Yes, you're a completist collector.
Not so much because I mean,
Right.
Return of the Living Dead. I've got the first three,
Right.
but I haven't got the last two.
Hey, you know what?
I
Raven from the Grave
probably
and
will.
Necropolis.
Necropolis is underrated. I still think that's a really good one. It's
Yeah,
got
I'm not
Peter
sure if I've ever
Coyote in
seen
it.
it. I'm not sure if I've seen Necropolis.
Oh, missing out. It's actually quite fun. Whereas Raid from the Grave goes more Return of the Living Dead and Necropolis, Return of the Living Dead
Hey,
2,
man.
and Raid from the Grave. It's very much in that kind of field where it's comedy more than horror.
Right. Yeah, two is crazier than shit, man.
Mm.
That is straight out. That might be even more of a spoof than Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
How you doing, Maddie? Not great, but I'd rather watch it over Netflix Army of the Dead. Good point. Good point. You just see demons too. Yeah, it'll be here in about. Let me see. Our timestamp right now is 54 and a half minutes. So here, given time for me to switch over and us to do all that, and for me to go over to Ninja's channel, about a little under an hour, probably.
Mm. So I didn't mind Army of the Dead
I don't think I've
with
seen
what
it either.
Juno was saying.
I might.
It was more action than horror, but it was still okay.
I just assumed that George's, I've seen previews of, it, but I assumed George's Survival was better just because it's George. I'm
Yeah.
I'm yeah, I'm very biased when it comes to George.
Well, I think Army of the Dead's more in line with the Dawn of the Dead remake kind of thing, but it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun for a high budget or a bigger budget zombie film.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the bottom line of it, man. If you have a good time with it, if you're having fun with it, it couldn't be too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what you ask for. You ask to enjoy yourself. You ask to be entertained and have fun. And if you're doing that, you can't bitch too much.
yeah.
Can't be too bad. There's these cops. I love how every film, especially especially in the late '70s or early '80s, Dukes of Hazzard, Smokey the Bandit, always made cops look so fucking ridiculous. Especially Smokey the Bandit, Dukes of Hazzard. Oh man, it's fantastic. Uh-oh. No, he's not all right, man. Yeah, shoot me. Ow. Oh, my fingers. Oh.
That's the other
Oh.
thing with these type of films. They do that. They'll do some where fingers go missing and stuff like that, and you feel it. It's just boom.
Yes. Like in Brother Teeth Part 4, where she chops him with a machete and hits him right in the middle between
Yeah,
his fingers and his hand splits. Like, and he even stops and looks at it, and he's like, "Oh." And you see Jason stopping to look at his own injury much, but he looked at that and was like, "Fuck."
don't know how I'm going to walk that off.
Yeah, that fucked him up. He was like, "God damn, really?"
But I mean, you don't have that, I guess, shock value anymore.
No.
Or maybe you do, and we're just used to it.
Well, um, we're back into a point right now where everything is a remake or a sequel again. That
Mm.
needs to end. We Where's the filmmakers with the creativity, with the imagination? That's what we need. Remaking something or making a sequel to something is not having an imagination. If it had been like this back in the '70s and '80s, we wouldn't have any of these classics, man, because nobody, you know what I mean? You need new shit. We need new
Yeah.
good film.
Well, I just
That's
watched
why I
one the
watch the
other
old
night,
ones.
which the basis of it is very similar to every other zombie movie you'll ever see. But there is a twist to it, which makes it interesting. It's called Virus 32. It's from, I think it's from South America, I think. Um, so if you can handle subtitles, it's a really good movie. It's well acted, well done, but the twist to it's hard to describe without giving it away, but basically the 32 is you have 32 seconds from when these
Wow.
creatures kill someone where they
Right.
freeze. So you've got 32 seconds to run.
Cool.
Just an interesting little twist.
What
It was
what what is
something
it?
I've never seen. Virus 32.
That's the name of it. Cool.
Yeah, it was on Shutter.
Sounds
Um,
it.
it's interesting.
Cool. Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Well, I thought it was an interesting take on something that I've seen before, but haven't seen that.
Yeah. This is Humans 2 is a good movie, but not as good as Demons. Comes close in my view, but still, it's definitely got the same. It's definitely got the same vibe. It feels like a Demons movie. You know what I mean? They both feel like,
Yeah,
and that's the key.
yeah. But
That's
I
the
will
key to it.
agree, Echo's right. As good as Demons 2 is, it's
Mhm.
nothing compared to this. Like this is
Yeah.
top tier. Demons 2 is slightly underneath.
But yeah, but I mean, if you can make a part two and it's anywhere near a great part one, you've
Mm.
done your job. Because that way, because like I was saying the other night, part twos often, like I was talking to Mike from American World New Jersey about,
Yeah,
part twos had that sophomore jinx, and I was trying to see if he could figure out why that was, or what his opinion was on it. It ended up being a pretty good little talk.
yeah. I think it's just you lightning in a bottle.
Yeah,
You can't always recapture the same, but you can improve,
yeah, or do something a
make it
little
different
different,
enough.
like
Yeah,
what Aliens did. It
yeah,
um it didn't try to do the exact same thing, but instead it built on this. And that's what made it great. Is it went another direction but still stayed in the same vein.
mm,
Absolutely, Jamie. Definitely, yeah. But you're talking about the about creating something new. Yeah, we wouldn't have any of these if all them filmmakers think like the ones that do, like the ones now think. Oh, I'm gonna remake this, or I'm gonna, you know what I mean? We wouldn't have any of these, and that would be a shame. Where the hell would we be at? Oh my god! These days, I like indie movies over main studio movies. Oh, thank you. That's what my rant about mainstream is all about. I went so much against mainstream because that's all mainstream does is sequels or remakes.
Here we go. The classic scene.
Yeah,
The glowing eyes.
this was the cover. This was one of the posters and one of the covers. This might have been the first VHS cover.
Mm. Well, they've got the light behind them. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, they're coming up there. Yeah. It's on one of them. It's on one of the covers that I was gonna do our thumbnail on.
It is an iconic scene, like it really is.
There we go.
Doesn't get talked about though.
That's the Italian. That's Demoni. That was the Italian theatrical. Yeah, it's a good point. The indies take more chances. They have more creativity. Mainstream, and I think it's because that big studio won't let them. You know, they won't let them be creative. It's like, no, this is remake time or this is a sequel time. They don't want any new original ideas. They want to try to make a buck off something that was made a long time ago. Well, this was a big hit way back when, so let's remake this. Stifling creativity, dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, look, if they tried to remake this nowadays, it would just be watered down trash.
Yes. If they are going to do it, I would hope someone from the Italian cinema would. At least. This movie is one of the movies of the 80s where an incident takes place in a movie theater. It's cool shit, yeah. You'll see one of these involves literally getting into the movie. Yeah, yeah. English from 1987 has a major theatrical sequence. I have
I
not
don't
seen
think
it.
I've seen that one.
Neither have I. I've never seen it. I've been meaning to. But that's just one of those, you know what I mean? It's one of those I haven't seen that I want to. There's probably a good handful of those I haven't seen that I want to. At least one handful. It's just absolute anarchy. It's just bedlam in this place. They can't fucking get out. They're trapped in there, and more people keep becoming these fucking zombie demons or whatever. You know what I mean? Because they are kind of. I mean, that is a good point. I was asked that earlier. If you think they're like zombies, well, I guess they are a little more than what I was thinking. Oh, smash the head with a seat. That's fucked up. Damn, Rick, why are you doing that? That's the Rick James, bitch. Man, it's fucking terrible. You know, think about this. This is a terrifying aspect, man. These two are just calling for just trying to get the hell away. Just get someplace where this shit. I mean, that'd be fucking scary. But
Yeah, talking about putting beautiful Italian like women in the films. She was a stunner in this one.
Man. The Italian cinema had a lot of good looking women.
Yeah,
a lot. You know, to the point where you know, at one point when I was a kid, I was thinking, God damn, is all Italian women fucking good looking? You know, and then I get older and I realize, of course, that's not true. But you know, you would think so. Sorry, secret screening from Halloween. Oh, hold on. Wait, oh wait, I missed it. Okay. Oh, secret. Okay, okay, that's what you're talking about. Go behind in my chat here. I got to watching the show. Like I said, this is one I may watch a lot of. There was a red '90s horror movie also involves a movie in a theater called Popcorn. Yep. And there was also
yeah,
the Midnight movie, which is a pretty good one actually.
yeah. That's I recall the cover to Popcorn. I don't know if I've seen it. I'm
It's been
pretty
a
sure
long.
I did, but
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
There's See, do I got Midnight movie over here? No, I got Midnight here. I'll grab it real quick. Oh, it's looking pretty good, man. Should be right over here. Midnight movie. Holy shit!
Look, I'm I don't hate the fact that they reboot some films. You know, some of them do need it. Some of them to bring them more up to date, more modern. That's fine.
Midnight movie. That's actually a pretty good one. They're all in a theater, and there's this biker dude and his chick and everything. And it's yeah, you got all different types of folks all stuck in there together with this, you know. Um, I don't really want to give any of it away, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. It's actually a pretty decent little slash.
Midnight movie.
Yeah, it was made in see when was it made in? I don't think it's as old as it says it was made in 2008, but it feels like an 80s movie.
Fair enough. So I like the cinema sequence in The Blob.
It wasn't made in 2008. No way. Yes, definitely. But yeah, talk about the 1988 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've discussed that before. With anything with Shawnee E. Smith, you've got it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, me and Knight on on episode 1 of that horror for all for like 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, we was on that. That's why I hate when they reboot these beloved horror films, unnecessary reboot sequels that they done with Halloween, Scream, Netflix Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, but with like we was talking about, like remakes that live up to it, like The Blob. You know what I mean? That one did.
You look at the Evil Dead remake. That
Thing,
was done really well.
Fly, The Thing. What was we started
I
out with
think
here?
remakes got a really bad rap in the early 2000s, especially when they were the Japanese remakes. That's when they sort of got them really watered down. But I mean, if you make a good remake like Evil Dead, The Thing, The Blob, The Fly, Night of the Living Dead, one of my favorites.
Dawn of the Dead's pretty decent.
But what I don't like is these legacy ones. Like, I don't see the point in bringing back Scream. Like, I know a lot of people love Scream, and I do enjoy it myself, but
yeah.
And now this whole I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
This thing.
I won't even get started on Scream because I will go off on a tangent. Yeah. You get me on started on all these Screams and all this mainstream shit, or Halloween, the Halloween new Halloween trilogy, and we won't even see the rest of the film.
Yeah. But I've said it before. I was not a huge fan of Scream, like the new, well, not Scream 6, but the one before it. So I really don't care about the new one, Scream 6. I'll watch it.
I haven't seen it. I like the original one. I thought was really good.
Yeah.
And I actually like 4 a lot because I like Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
And I think she did a fantastic job of being crazy as fuck. I mean, she's running her own head into the fucking picture frames in the fucking wall, man. I mean, she's crazier than hell.
And you don't see that. Like, you don't see.
Right.
Yeah.
She was great in Black Coat's Daughter too.
Yeah. She's a good actress. Like, very underrated, I think.
Oh,
was she in? She was in American Horror Story.
Yes.
I think she was also in Scream Queens, which was like she was good in that.
Yeah, but she basically grew up on American Horror Story, didn't she?
Yeah, pretty much.
Netflix Chainsaw Massacre film was cringy and awful. Though the one that came out last summer, all the characters were unlikable. That I like cheering with her face on to kill them. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
The Netflix Chainsaw Massacre, I didn't mind it, but the characters were just terrible. Like, they were.
Yeah. The best part of that was the ending, and I don't mean because it ended. I mean because of what happened right at the very end. He fucking kills her and the hellhead. Yeah, that was pretty.
You didn't. I felt that just didn't. That looked tacked on at the end. Like, they just put that in there as something to do. It didn't look like an ending. Like, it's. I know there are a lot of reshoots for that movie apparently, so maybe that's part of it.
That was the best part, though. To me, it was.
Yeah, it was pretty good to see. And then she's just driving off, and
it's like, oh shit. Just when you thought of I was like, all right, no, that was cool.
Jeez. And Sean, having to say that, you're making me feel old now. Beetlejuice is 35 years old today.
Wow.
Oh.
He always gives these birthdays. It just makes my knees hurt. Makes my back hurt. It's like, oh hell. It reminds me that I'm almost half a century old. See, I always put it at its worst level. Instead of saying I'm almost 50, I say I'm almost half a century, and that makes it sound so much worse. He's fucking to stay awake for 2. Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
35 years old. It doesn't seem possible. And aren't they coming out with a sequel? Yeah, they're coming out with a sequel.
They've been talking about it for ages. Like,
I think they're actually doing it now.
yeah, there's talk of getting Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
Because, Winona Ryder was such,
Yeah.
an iconic character in that they want to bring someone else in there.
So I thought the joint made you fall asleep. It can if you get good and stoned enough and you munch on something, if you're already tired. Man. And you said you was already tired, so I told you don't get stoned and pass out.
Well, I've seen so many posters for the next Scream film. Scream in space.
Yeah.
Don't they know in space no one can hear you scream?
Right. Well, fuck, Leprechaun went to space, Amityville went to space, and might as well go to space. Jason went to space, might as well. I do tens of things. Yep, I did some things. Emphasis is on things. Tired. Man says, I like Scream 6.
Yeah. And look, everyone's going to have their own taste in films, and that's what this is about, I guess.
Yeah, because they hyped that motherfucker up. So I have never seen it. So as much as they hyped it up, it would be criminal if it wasn't at least a little bit good. If you guys ever see the underrated or slash movie called He Knows You're Alone, yep, it takes place in movie theater. Yes, it does. I have that right here.
Surprise. Who's in that one?
He Knows You're Alone has got the very first screen debut of Tom Hanks.
That sounds familiar.
He see, there he is. He plays just a little tiny bit part in it. Tom Hanks does.
Yeah.
It's right about the time or right before he started. He did Booze and Buddies. That's
okay,
yeah. But this has got a few different people, and it's got a couple of different like soap opera people that were in soap operas and shit back in the '80s, stuff like that. But no one you really know, I don't think. Here, let me see. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of actual names in it. So many they didn't even list them on the credits here.
I thought it had Carol Kane. I think that's her name.
No, that's
thinking a different one.
That's
Stranger Calls.
When a Stranger Calls, yeah. And When a Stranger Calls Back. I understand, yeah, they're not. Right.
For anyone that's watching this, can someone answer this part in the movie for me? So the timestamp is just 1 hour and 14 minutes and 35 seconds.
Right.
Why is there a helicopter on the roof of a cinema?
I don't know.
And why did it just fall through?
Maybe it's like
always wanted to know.
Maybe it's like in a town where it's a special launching pad for like an emergency helicopter or something. That's what I could think of. Is maybe it's just a place like a hospital's close, like right beside it. Even it had to be, and that's where they had to put it, I guess. But just trying to fill some holes, That's an interesting question, though.
Yeah, like it's the one thing about this film that always stood out to me. Like, why?
That's Italian cinema.
I've looked, like I've tried to find an answer.
Yeah, there really isn't one. It's just like I always say about Italian cinema. You're not going to find answers for everything. Just experience it, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe someone's watching me. Yes, I've seen that one. I've seen it years ago. The Carpenter TV movie. That that stars Lauren Hutton, or yeah, Lauren Hutton. Yeah, I think it's. Dude, man says, dude, it's a museum as well. Yeah, it was that drama to the movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a MacGuffin.
That is that uh, that movie is very sensible. Thanks, I'll check it out. I heard they reboot Back to the Future. Oh my god, I hope they don't fucking reboot Back. Give me a break, man.
I mean, the thing is, Back to the Future doesn't need to be remade.
Right, most of them don't.
It's yeah. Well, I mean, Friday the Back to the Future is one I can go back and I can watch it now, and it still holds up.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Like, you don't need to add any wokeness to it. You don't need to add any current things to it. It's just
Like it didn't need any of the sequels that was made to it either. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The whole story was told in one movie. The others were just for money, just a cash grab.
yeah. And I'm probably one of the few that actually isn't a huge fan of the second Back to the Future,
Yeah,
but I enjoyed the third one more than the
yeah.
second.
The third one's where they're back in the Wild West and shit, right? Back in the
Yeah.
Western, yeah.
I mean, it was just fun. Like, it was good, clean fun.
I have. Yeah. Let's see. Favorite Bava. You talking about Mario Bava or
Oh,
that
Lamberto.
Lamberto? Because yeah, this Lamberto. So Mario would be I mean be like shit like Shock and fucking Bay of Blood. Yeah. You talk about Mario. Oh, Mario's got a lot of good ones, man. Hatchet for the Honeymoon. Back to the Future is one of the best trilogy in my opinion. Yeah, but to me, it the first one is a standalone to me. I don't really watch second and third one that much. First one, that's the one, man. The Future. They just released. They added the to be continued title card at the end. Yeah. Well, yeah, they did. That's true. Black Sabbath. Oh,
Yeah,
Black
because the
Sabbath.
cinema
That,
didn't have it.
yeah, I see that at the theater. I see Back to the Future theater with a friend of mine. Yeah, I don't remember.
Mm.
Black Sunday is cool. Black Sabbath is a really good anthology. That first sequence with that woman that's dead. Remember, the nurse steals her ring, and oh man, that woman's face is just fucked up. That scared my son when he first seen it. He was real little, and he seen that. It scared the shit out of me. I mean, Kill Baby Kill. You seen Kill Baby Kill and all them? Oh, that's a weird one, but it's really good. And Bay of Blood, of course, is in my
Yeah.
opinion probably the first ever actual slasher movie. Because Black Christmas is not a slasher to me. Psycho is not a slasher. Not to me. Not in my opinion. I think Bay of Blood was the first one. It's got so many parts in it that was stolen and put in others, you know. Like, I love Friday G Part 2. It's my favorite, and she's my favorite survivor girl. Amy Steele. I call her survivor girl instead of playing with her. But that spear through them, that was stolen straight from Bay of Blood. Or Twitch of the Death Nerve, as it was known
Yeah.
of in
So
Italy,
yeah,
which is a great title for a movie. Twitch of the Death Nerve. You know, like
that's
I think the greatest title ever made for a movie is The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That is fucking great, man. You could have come up with a better title. You lived 2 lifetimes. No way. That's fantastic. God damn, they all of a sudden just went crazy. That's what I featured spot from McDonald's back in 1990. Like that Dead Ring Lady sequence is the last story of the Italian version. Really, is it? First in the American ring, I think. It took me forever to find a fucking Blu-ray of that thing, but it was goddamn dubbed in English. I had the Italian one way back, and I ended up getting rid of it because I don't mind reading shit, but that one I want to be able to read and hear because I knew there was a dub version. But yeah, my fiance doesn't like. She won't watch any of these films where you have to read them. She just won't do it unless it's dubbed. She won't do it. And me and my son keeps talking because my 16-year-old has always watched movies he could read because we started off watching silent films. And I keep trying to tell her, maybe you're missing out on so many good films by not watching those.
Hmm.
But you're really limiting yourself because there are so many great foreign films that aren't dubbed. I mean, most of them are.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, Virus 32, like it's in, I think Spanish. I don't know.
Right.
So I have to watch it with subtitles. It doesn't take away from the movie.
Hell no.
I mean, sometimes I actually think watching in subtitles is better than dubbed because if you watch Demons 1 and 2 when it's dubbed, the vocals, like the voice acting,
right,
doesn't match up with the actual emotion that the actors are doing.
Right.
It just means like if you're watching a movie with subtitles, you need to pay attention. Like you can't just be listening.
Right. Yeah. All you have to do to get you something, you just got to get used to it. You do that through 2 films, and you're accustomed to it. That's all it takes is 2 or 3 films, and you're already used to it. You see, because the reason that people like to do that is because they think they won't be able to watch the film too and know what they're saying. And before you know it, you're doing it, and you don't even realize you're doing it.
I think another reason is probably because people are, they're on their phones, they're
lazy
on their tablets, they're doing other things. Yeah, and I'm guilty of that myself.
Oh yeah, we all.
I've got to make a conscious effort to put my phone away while I'm watching a film. Otherwise, I'll just, I'll just look up IMDb and I'll be going through the trivia while the movie's playing.
Right.
So I miss half the movie.
I'm bad
but
about
I know
that.
the trivia. I know the trivia.
Right. If I've seen it, I'm guilty of that. If I haven't seen it and I'm into it or I've been looking forward to seeing it, I don't mess with the phone. But if I've seen it before, man, I'll miss a whole goddamn movie night with my people and be like, fuck. Called Matinee, yep. Yeah, with John Goodman. Plays in the theater, one of the movies. Showed steak movie called Mint. Who's 50s movies, yep. I've Kill Baby Kill. Cut, huh? McDonald's has sold everything at one time or another, man. Really bad. Reminds me of the McDonald's movie Mac and Me. The telephone and Black Sabbath is crazy cut in American version. Really? Definitely rewatch the Italian version. Sure. I think Tubi has it. Really? Yeah, I'd see that. That phone one's a really good one. It sold taste. Forrest. They sold Forrest Gump High School, like Future, and the Two Adams Family movies. The Two Adams Family doesn't surprise me. They probably did a full fucking promotion off the Adams Family movie. McDonald's is such crap too, man. McDonald's is just, they don't have good fucking food. What's the key here? That they cater to the kids? Is that what it is?
I don't have videotapes. Well, I guess I can, in a way.
I'm just no, I know nothing. Yeah, yeah. Not nice Jon Snow quote. I know nothing. Well, there it was. That motherfucker did fly, man.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna go do a couple things. I'm gonna join him on his channel. Did you send me the link yet?
Just getting it up now. I'll send it to you now.
Okay. And I will go over to Ninja's channel, and I will see you all here in say 15 minutes.
15 minutes sounds good.
Thanks for joining me on this first one, man. Much love to everybody. I am GoreAphobe, and y'all ain't. And I'll see you in a few minutes.
Take it easy. See you soon.